Hello. Yeah, I said it was going to be a busy week on my channel, didn't I? Right, got KTRT review for you today. Like I said, a couple of packages arrived earlier in the week. And let's have a look at one of them. And the one I've got to show for you today is from the Tobot line from Young Toys. And it is this guy. Say hello to Tobot's Evolution X. Now, this is one of the main characters from the Tobot show. You've got X and Y, which are the two main characters that were these robots that were basically created by the dad of the two kids, Hana and Tulio. And this is, I think it's Hana's car. It's Tobot X. Now these guys, they get sort of like power-ups, shall we say, throughout the series. You know, there's so many seasons of Tobots. I mean, they've run it out. It's run out to about like 18 seasons, and after about, I think, the first 6 or 7 seasons, both X and Y get upgraded versions called Evolutions, and this is Tobot X's Evolution, and it's this chunky SUV, which is loosely based on the Kia Soul sort of SUV type vehicle. Now, as with Evolution Y, which I've also gotten reviewed in the past, this isn't, unlike other Kia toys which are officially licensed Kia models, this one isn't so much. Hasn't got any Kia badges on it, though it does have a rough likeness to the Kia Soul. I believe it was based on a concept car that Kia did, based on the Soul. As far as I'm aware, they did a couple of concepts based on the Kia Soul that were slightly smaller and funkier styled versions of the Kia Soul that actually went into production, and I think that's what this is based upon. But it's a big chunky orange bus. Turning around, it's got very, very big shiny chrome wheels that roll extremely well. It's very sort of almost super deformed kind of vehicle, very bland styling on it. It's got this very plain looking grille, transparent lenses on front and rear. It's got a few moulding details. It's got moulded wipers, got moulded door handles, but pretty bland really overall. Now, I will tell you up front, this guy is missing some rather basic articulation joints, which is kind of a disappointment. But the main reason I bought this is because I wanted a version of Tobot X, and there's 3 different varieties to choose from. There's the original Tobot X, there's the Evolution, and then there's the Adventure one. And I decided to go for this one because there's a particular episode of the show that there's a scene in the show, the episode that I want to recreate, where you basically got X and Y, W and Z, and they're facing off against each other, and I need the 4 characters for that particular scene, and this is the version of Y that appears in that scene, and that's why I wanted to go for him. Anyway, so you look underneath, and obviously you've got robot parts, and yeah, it's quite heavy. It's made of the usual sort of Korean plastic, but let's get to the transformation. Now, being a Tobot, he comes with a toe key, and this one's in nice gold chrome. And the idea is, in the show, the kids have a little pendant that they have around the neck, and then when the need arises, they brandish this thing out. The blade comes out for the key, and they stick it in the slot on the vehicle, and they turn it, and it unlocks the transformation, and the robot transforms and does its business. Now, most of the Tobots have this feature. Basically, the idea is you stick it in, you turn it, and it unlocks the transformation. This particular guy, you don't really need the key to unlock the transformation. Basically, what it does is the legs are pegged together here, and all it does is it separates the legs and allows you to unlock the transformation. So basically, you stick the key in, and then you turn it, and you can see it separates the bits on the back, and then you don't really need it. So you open that out, and then you just start the transformation. Now you've got to unpeg these doors where they're pegged into the front doors, like so. and then you bring down the legs, and they come out on this assembly here, this hinge linkage. Then you have pull out the toes and the heels. Like so, and that's pretty much the legs done. Then moving up top, you've unpeg this panel here, like so, on both sides, and then you hinge the shoulders out. Put your hand in here, and then you've got this section in here that you, hang on, you've got to bring that down. Then you've got his head, which you push through and bring around until it locks in. Then you've got to basically fold this thing up. There's a peg in the back there, which pegs into there, like so, like that. And you bring down the bonnet, you bring that down, and there's some little pegs underneath that you just clip in. And then finally you just straighten the arms out. And there we have Tobot Evolution X in his robot mode. Now he looks alright, he's quite big. Where's my usual size comparison? Yeah, there we go. Combiner Wars Megatron. As you can see, he's easily as big as a leader class bot, slightly chunkier. Now, when you get this thing into robot mode, you soon realise that he's missing some rather crucial articulation joints, and I am of course referring to the shoulders. Basically he hasn't got any, because you know, this guy, you know, shoulders do that, right? That's just normal shoulder articulation. This guy, nothing, and you've got a little bit of shrug there. Got 2 clicks of shrug. That's all he's got. Hasn't got any forwards and backwards. Does have double jointed elbows, but obviously go for the articulation quickly. Head rotates. Shoulders, nothing at the shoulders, just, you know, 2 clicks of shrug. Then you've got double jointed elbows, goes to 90 degrees, and then it goes up a little bit more. Nothing at the waist. Hips go out that far. They go sort of back that far and forwards that far. And then it has got knees, which go to about, say, 45 degrees. And then you've got the feet, which are on these ratchets, which is part of the transformation, but you can get a bit of movement on the toe joints. So it's difficult to get this guy into, you know, dynamic poses, because the ratchets on the legs are quite far apart. So, you know, there's no fine adjustment on his leg ratchets, and you'll find that when you're trying to get him in a certain pose with his legs and it doesn't quite work, which is a pity. Biggest error, fault, problem with this is the lack of shoulder joints. How? I've got the other one, I've got Evolution, and he's got working shoulders. Why hasn't this guy? Surely they could have engineered, you know, a rotation into this shoulder, this big block of plastic that is the shoulder. So yeah, another thing that I'm a bit worried about, all this creamy white plastic that's, you know, basically forms up most of his robot mode. It's probably seen as bright white on this camera, but it's actually got like it's almost like an off-white, like a creamy white. Looks kind of suspect. Looks like, you know, quite hard and brittle, but not had any quality controls issue with him so far. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I would have liked to have, you know, had some articulation on the shoulders, but no, I like I said, I bought him to, you know, get the bots for this particular scene in this particular episode, and this is the model of X that's in that particular scene, and that's why I went for him. He's all right. He's another Tobot. You know, I need to catch up on the Tobots because I've got, you know, dozens of bloody car bots, but, you know, have hardly any Tobots. So I need to get some more Tobots. Very chunky, quite well made, just, you know, lacking given articulation joints. So yeah, there we have him. Tobots Evolution X. Oh yeah, before I go, quick thing with Tobots as well, if they have these design aesthetic, you can see he's got like an X shape on his faceplate. He's got the cross on his grill, and he's got the cross here as well. So you've got all this X symbolism that's all over his robot mode, and it was the same on the other versions. They also had, you know, the X symbols all over, and this guy has got that. So yeah, that's been my review of this guy. Hope you've enjoyed it. Fumbled the transformation a little bit because has got a few clearance issues when you're trying to, you know, pull him apart. In fact, you know, getting him back together is a lot easier. And a damn sight quicker. There you go. He's back to his car mode again. So yeah, that's been my review. See you again next time. Ta-ra.